away, Santiano. Heave her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico. Oh, Santiano's dead and gone, heave away, Santiano. And all his fighting days are done all on the plains of Mexico. So heave her up and away we'll go, heave away, Santiano. Heave her up and away we'll go all on the plains of Mexico. When I was a young man in my prime, heave away, Santiano. I took them pretty girls 3 at a time all on the plains of Mexico. So heave her up and away we'll go, heave away, Santiano. Heave her up and away we'll go all on the plains of Mexico. We'll build a ship of 1,000 ton, heave away, Santiano. And load her up with Jamaica rum all on the plains of Mexico. So heave her up and away we'll go, heave away, Santiano. Heave her up and away we'll go all on the plains of Mexico.
Is it an end then, this? Or a gallows prison? Is there no one inside what answers doors?
I'm sorry, sir, but this is hardly the hour to be expecting callers.
'Tis a pleasant city, ain't grog shop. I'll stay here a bit. I'm a plain man, I am. Rum, bacon, and eggs is what I want. And that head out there, the what ships off.
Regarding terms, sir.
Regarding terms, now. Here, 4 gold pieces. You can let me know when I work my way through that. Here you, matey. Bring up alongside, help me in with my chest. What name they give you, lad?
Hawkins, sir. Jim Hawkins.
Well, Jim Hawkins, here's a silver fortnight for you. There'll be another like it on the 1st of every month if you'll do me a service.
Sir?
You keep a weather eye open for a seafaring man with 1 leg. Either him, or happen you see a blind man as comes, tap-tapping away with his stick. And you let me know without fail the moment either on them turns up on the horizon. Now then, lad, rum, if you please.
Oh, the rain, it rains all day long. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley. And the northern wind, it blows so strong. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. We're outward bound for the Bengal Bay.
Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley.
Get bent in, relax, it's a hell of a way.
Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away.
kind friend, inform a poor blind man who lost the sight of his eyes in the defence of his native country, England. And God bless King George, where or in what part of Bristol he may now be. And also spare him with the gift of an halfpenny piece. You, sir, you have the smell of an honest seafaring man. But it's you, Israel hands.
What's the news in Bristol, Pew?
What's it worth to know?
What's it worth? To preserve our own slit gizzard?
Lads, there's a bark in from Cadiz, lads. Has lost his boatswain when he lost his footing, fell into the sea, and had the misfortune to lose his stomach to a shark.
Where's she bound?
Rio.
When'd she sail?
The morning tide. If she can sign a crew betimes, she's lost 9 hands with Yellow Jack beside.
Well, here's one crew she can count on. And I'm with you, Tom Morgan.
Count me in.
Yeah, here's another. Any berth at sea's better than one out to rob ashore.
Aye.
Going somewhere, shipmates.
Aye.
Hey, Long John. Standing on his bosun. With a Spanish bark. Bound for Rio.
Signing on a ship's idiot, more like. To crew a gibbet on a one-way passage to hell. That ship's the Gorgon, Israel. We ransacked her from stem to stern with flint. I'll lay there's half her crew. We'll have you hanging from a yard arm before you even stepped aboard a gangplank.
Long John's right.
Long John's always right. And even when he ain't, he'll have the entrails if any man says he's not. If there be any shipping on a box to be accomplished, 'twill be Long John Silver as'll do the shipping. Now, it just so happens I'm looking for a crew of likely rapscallion lads right now.
When for?
Soon as I lays hold of a ship.
How so?
By crafty seamen like subterfuge.
To take her where?
Beyond the Barbary coast, lads. To a certain shore I knows of.
And which shore might that be, Long John?
Treasure Island, lads!
Jesus! But it just occurred to me, will you all just wait just the tiniest bit of a second?
Oh, what's a miss, O'Brien?
Well, afore we go after Flint's treasure, surely to Mary Mother of God we'll be needing Flint's map.
Brian's right.
And we don't have Flint's map. That devil, Billy Bones, has it.
Aye, that he has, O'Brien. But it won't be many tides before Black Dawn brings me news of Billy Bones. And when he does, Billy Bones is good as shark's food, shipmates. And we'll open its treasure in our grasp. Follow me, lads!
Jamboree whoop, jamboree, you pigtail sailor hanging down behind you. Jamboree whoop, jamboree, come and get your oats, my son. I thought I heard the old man say there's 1,000 girls in Demerara Bay. So fire, Marengo, fire away, come and get your oats, my son. Jamboree whoop, jamboree, you pigtail sailor hanging down behind you. Jamboree whoop, jamboree, come and get your oats, my son. The pilot, he stares straight ahead with his hand in the trainer, swinging up the lead. The old man roars to wake the dead. Come and get your oats, my son. Jamboree whoop, jamboree, you pigtail sailor hanging down behind you. Jamboree whoop, jamboree, come and get your oats, my son.
I'm uncommonly pleased to find you and your boy in good health, Ma.
Out of my way, you swab.
Were you addressing me, sir?
But you or any other yellow-livered landlubber comes between a man and his grog.
On the subject of liver, I've only one thing to say to you. If you keep drinking rum, the world will soon be quit of one very dirty scoundrel. I'll bid you a civil good day, ma'am, and trust to find you in the same excellent condition when I'm next in your vicinity. Doctor! If you don't put that knife this instant in your pocket, I promise on my honour you will hang at the next assizes. I'm not only a doctor, I'm a magistrate also. And if I catch one breath of complaint against you in the future, I'll take effectual means to have you hunted down and routed out of this. Let that suffice. Good day to you.
sonny. Come nearer here. Is this place set for my mate Bill?
I don't know your mate Bill. This table's set for man who's staying here. We call him the captain.
Well, my mate Bill will be called a captain like as not. He has a cut on one cheek and a mighty pleasant way with it, especially in drink, as my mate Bill. Now, is my mate Bill staying in that area?
He's just stepped out, sir, for a breath of fresh air.
Stepped out, has he? Seems as how you was a mite too quick. He's stepping out now, with his old spyglass under his arm. Bless his old heart, to be sure. Now, we'll give my mate Bill a little surprise, shall we? Bill, come. You recognise an old shipmate, surely?
Black dog.
As ever was. Come for to see his old cully at the Admiral Ben Bowie.
Why, here I am. Well then, what do you want of me?
First off, a glass of rum of this dear child here, as I've taken such a liking to. And what I'll have from you, Bill, is something that don't entirely belong to you. Something that belongs to all us lads. Our entitlement.
I'll see you in hell.
That you will, Bill. But we'll have the entitlement first. But by the powers, I'll see you swing long before you sees me in hell.
If it comes to swinging, swing on, says I. Come on, then. Rum, lad, rum.
You're bleeding, Captain. Badly. I'll fetch a doctor.
Ain't no time for that. He's a bad un, Jim, that black dog. But there's worse nor him. But I'll trick him again. I got to get away from here before they teach me the black spot.
You need a doctor, Captain.
Ah, doctors, these old swabs. What do doctors know about seafaring, then? I'm a poor old hulk on a lee shore. Quick, lad, just one noggin to set me up and I'll be gone. Will any kind friend inform a poor blind man who lost the sight of his eyes in the defence of his native country, England? And God bless King George, where and what part of the country he may now be.
You're at the Admiral Benbow. Black Hill Coulsdon.
I hear a voice, a young voice. Will you take my hand, young friend, and lead me in? Now, boy, take me to the captain, or I'll break your arm.
Sir, I swear to you, I don't know where he is.
Sir, I swear to you, I don't know where he is. I swear to you, sir, that he's within spitting distance. Now take me to him.
He's badly wounded, that's the truth. I don't know whether he's unconscious or sleeping.
Lead me up to him and say, here's a friend for you, Bill. Now march!
Bill! He's a friend for you, Bill.
Now, Bill, sit still. I can hear a finger stir. Business is business, shipmate. Now, boy, take his left wrist and put it near my right. Now that's done. The black spot. I'm a dead man. 8 o'clock, you says. Not much time. But we'll daddle 'em yet, Jim.
What is the black spot, Captain?
Ah, 'tis a summons, mate. From the devil himself. You get on a horse. Fetch help, do you hear?
Yes, I will.
Pipe all hands on board. Tell 'em they'll lay 'em aboard at the Admiral Benbow, all of Flint's crew. Listen, lad. I were Flint's first mate, I was. It's my old sea chest they're after. He gave it me in Savannah whilst he lay a-dying, like as if I was to now.
But we'll daddle 'em, Jim, before it's too late. We'll daddle 'em. That we will.
Mother! Mother! Rum's no use to the poor fellow now, Jim. He's quite dead. Fly home and come back, Mother. Bring the others with him. We must take ourselves to the doctor's house and quickly. Not before we've taken what rightly belongs to us. And not a penny piece more, mind. The key, Jim, round his neck. Find the key. Over the chest. What? He's given me nothing since those 4 gold pieces the day he came in. I'll have what he owes us before I step foot outside, thank you.
Nothing of value here. Clothes, tobacco, brace of pistols. What's this?
The bag there, Jim. It's gold, Jim.
Take it, let's go now.
Only as much as is rightly ours. I'll have my dues, not a farthing more. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Blind Pew, it's him!
I'll take what I've got.
I'll take this to square the count.
Get the money, son, and run.
Down with the door. Anybody about?
No living soul.
Divil a sound.
As empty as a fever riddled bark.
As a squandered grave.
He's somewhere hereabouts, though, our Billy, shivering and trembling as if he had the ague. Up there, Israel. Tear out his yellow liver.
Aye. Ah, I found him, Pew. He's here, and lying on his bed.
Wake him.
Oh, the devil might wake him, Pew, not I. Bill's dead. There's someone tugging his chest. Aloft and below.
What about the map? Flint's map.
Money's here.
Pox on the money, man. The map, the map. Search the body.
Bill's been overhauled already. Key's gone from out his neck.
Oh, that boy. Damnation take him. I should have wrung his pretty neck while I had the chance. Aye, and put his eyes out while I held him in these hands. The map's close, though. I can smell it in these nostrils. Search the place, boys. Tear every cupboard and cranny apart.
The signal! The revenue men! We must run!
Dirk's right.
Run and be damned. There's a fortune to be won. Find the map, then run.
Pew's right!
Twice! That's 2 times! We need to shift ourselves, lads!
Shiver my soul, if I had eyes, you have your hands on thousands, you fools! And you hang a leg? You'd be as rich as kings if you could find it. And it's here in this house.
Begod, that's 3 times! If we stay here 60 seconds longer, we'll curse ourselves for not having gone a minute before.
What use is £1,000 when you're swinging from a gibbet, lads?
There will be truth in that, Israel!
Am I to lose my share for you? Am I to be a paw-crawling beggar, sponging for rum, when I might be rolling in a coach? No. No man runs. I wasn't one of you'd stand up to Bill, and I did it, a blind man. And am I to lose my share for you? If one of you had the pluck of a weevil and a rat bit biscuit, we'd hold that map in our hands. Lads? Lads? Where are you, you sturdy sons of whores? You would leave old Pew, mates, would you? Not your old pal Pew. George Mary? Israel Adams? Where are you? Dirk! You wouldn't leave old Pew, mates. Not your old pal Pew. Where are you? Where are you?
My son John was tall and slim, and he had a leg for every limb. But now he's got no legs at all, for he ran a race with a cannonball. To me riddle-danda, for the riddle-da, whack for the riddle, to me riddle-danda.
Oh, were you deaf or were
two fine legs behind? Or was it sailing on the sea with your two fine legs right down to the knee?
Timmy Roodanda, holla riddle da, whack for the riddle, Timmy Roodanda.
I was not deaf, I was not blind when I left my two fine legs behind. Nor was it sailing on the sea, two fine legs right down to me knees.
Timmy Roodanda, holla riddle da, whack for the riddle, Timmy Roodanda. For I was tall and I was slim and I had a leg for every limb. But now I've got no legs at all, they were both shot away by a cannonball. Timmy Roodanda, holla riddle da, whack for the riddle, Timmy Roodanda. Timmy Roodanda, holla riddle da, whack for the riddle, Timmy Roodanda.
Tall tree, spyglass shoulder. A point the bearing of north-northeast. Skeleton Island, east-south by east. 10 feet. The bar silver is in the north cache. Hawkins, I perceive you are a trump. Were you aware, ma'am, that you'd whelped a trump? Are you hungry, boy?
Head up, lad, eyes front, and speak when the squire addresses you.
Yes, sir.
Of course you're hungry. Hungry as a hawk. Always hungry, boys. Hunter, give him that cold pigeon pie from lunch and a mug of ale. Sir. Now, boy, this was in the package that you handed to the doctor. And you'll not hazard what it is if you guess from now until the cows come home.
Is it a map, Squire? Flint's treasure map?
Yes, in a manner of speaking.
You've heard of Captain Flint then, Jim?
What? Who hasn't heard of Flint? The bloodthirstiest buccaneer that ever put out in a boat. Blackbeard was a newborn babe compared with Flint.
What I want to know is this. Supposing that what we have here is a genuine map.
Genuine?
Relating to where the pirate Flint buried his treasure. And if such treasure exists...
If?
Will that treasure amount to much?
Amount, sir? It will amount to this. I will fit out a ship in Bristol docks, take you and this boy along, and find that treasure if I sail for a year. You've no objection to joining me, I take it, boy?
Oh, no.
Don't speak with your mouth full, lad. Remember whose house you're at.
None whatsoever, sir.
Well said. Let's you'll give up this wretched doctoring practice at once. Tomorrow I start for Bristol. In 3 weeks' time, 2 weeks, 10 days, we'll have the finest ship and the choicest crew in all of England. Hawkins here shall come as cabin boy. You shall be ship's doctor. I shall be admiral. We'll take Hunter here as well.
Sir? Me, sir? To thee, sir? But begging your pardon, sir, I serve King George with the colours, 14 foot, infantry of the line.
Never fear. We'll find some good seaman-like duties for you. We'll take my gamekeeper, Red Ruse, too. Happen we'll need a good shot. With favourable winds and fair passage, we'll soon have money to eat, to roll in and play ducks and drakes with forever after.
Trelawney, I will come with you, but there's one man I'm afraid of.
Name the dog, sir.
You, sir.
Oh.
For you cannot hold your tongue. And you signed the lad on here without so much as a by your leave. Is his mother entitled to one single word?
Oh, very well, if you say so, then. Speak up, then, Mum.
Not with us, sir. With the boy.
Oh.
Have you a mind to go then, Jim? I must, I shall. Please, Mother, please say I can. Very well, you can go. Squire, Dr. Lindsay, I can go.
Hurrah! Come, Lindsay.
We're outward bound for New York town. Way, hey, roll and go. We'll dance those Bowery girls around. Rollicking randy dandy, oh. Heave a pole and heave away. Way, hey, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's away. To be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Sing goodbye to Sally and goodbye to Sue. Way, hey, roll and go. For we're the boys who can kick her through. To me rollicking randy dandy, oh. Heave a pole and heave away. Way, hey, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's away. To me rollicking randy dandy, oh.
Where am I, lads? Cheerily now. Captain Smollett wants these provisions taken out of the ship and stored and back in Bristol fashion before sunset.
Mr. Anderson!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Have those men go lightly with them casks. They contain the powder. Them's explodable stores.
Aye. You heard the captain, lads. Mark his words.
Ah, Captain Smollett. The ship's doctor has arrived. Can you spare him a moment?
I can afford him a second, sir, if I'm to meet tomorrow's tide. I got 100 things to attend to. 101, if I'm to make it my business that those two fellows see a ship's chandler before they set foot aboard. I shall speak to you later. Sir!
Not a sweeter schooner ever put to sea. What do you think of her, Livesey?
Is she big enough to sail for treasure?
Big enough indeed. By the way, I've already found one treasure.
Tell me.
A ship's cook. A seaman that runs a dockside tavern. Would you believe it? The brave good soul hobbles out here every morning on his one good leg just to get the smell of the sea.
You've signed a one-legged man as a cook?
Don't laugh, Livesey. Had it not been for Silver, Long John Silver as he calls himself, we'd never have got a ship's crew together. He introduced us to some of the toughest old sorts you've ever seen. And speaking of ship's crew, here's our company complete. Hunter,
Sir.
Red Ruth,
Sir.
and you turn your hand to a needle and twine. I've arranged that you shall see to running repairs on the canvas.
Reckon I've run enough poachers out of these woods, Squire, to turn my hand to running anything. Your desire is pleasant duty to me, sir.
And as for you, boy, you may start by running an errand for me.
Say aye aye to the Admiral, Sonny, and raise your finger till you fall up thus.
Aye, aye, sir. Take this note to the Spyglass Inn and deliver it to a one-legged sailor.
A one-legged sailor?
By the name of Silver. You'll manage that for me, yes? Come now, Lizzie.
Squire, Billy Bones warned me against the one-legged man called Silver. Squire Trelawney.
He's Admiral Trelawney now, lad. Respect for the rank at all times. Never speak yourself, not unless you're spoken to.
Did you ever see the wild goose sailing on the ocean? Ranzo, me boys, oh Ranzo Ray. Just like them pretty girls when they gets the notion. Ranzo, me boys, oh Ranzo Ray. Oh Ranzo, you rue the day, 'cause the wild goose sails away. Oh Ranzo, you rue the day, 'cause the wild goose sails away. As I was walking one evening by the river, Ranzo, me boys, oh Ranzo Ray, I met with a pretty girl, her heart it was a quiver. Ranzo, me boys, oh Ranzo Ray. Oh Ranzo, you rue the day, 'cause the wild goose sails away. Oh Ranzo, you rue the day, 'cause the wild goose sails away. Broke me heart, broke it full sore. Ranzo, me boys, oh Ranzo Ray. And if I sail like the wild goose, I'll break it no more. Ranzo, me boys, oh Ranzo Ray. Oh Ranzo, you rue the day, 'cause the wild goose sails away. Oh Ranzo, you rue the day, 'cause the wild goose sails away.
Admiral! Admiral! That bumpkin landlubber with his airs and graces? If he's Admiral, then I'm in command of King George's Navy!
And if you're that Israel, then I'm a one-legged sailor man. Begging your pardon, sir.
I says, we act now. We ask 'em down for noggin of rum, all friendly like. Then slits their gizzards, spills their innards, and sails the blessed ship ourselves. I'm with you, Israel. I say, there be no slitting of gizzards or upsetting of tripes in here. You are as hot-headed, Mr. Hans, as a boiling of Cornish lobsters. Why, look here, lads. If it ain't a boy,
Mr. Silver, sir.
such is my name, and who might you be? Well, well. cabin boy. Pleased I am to meet you, lad.
That man, stop him! It's Black Dog!
Oh, what did you say his name was?
Dog, sir! A squash lorry, not told to the Buccaneers!
A pirate, is he? In my house? Dirk! Simeon! Don't just stand there like a pair of deserted barks in the doldrums. After him! Move! Was that you drinking with him, Tom Morgan? Step up here. Have you ever cracked days before on that black... what do you say his name was, lad?
Black Dog, sir.
Aye, Black Dog. Tell the truth now, Tom Morgan. Gospel. You never seen him in your natural life before, I hope.
I can't say I have, sir.
And what was he a-saying to you?
Oh, I don't rightly know, sir.
Ha ha! Do you call that a head on your shoulders or a blessed dead eye? He's a God-fearing man, Tom Morgan. As honest as the coast of Africa is long. Only, he's stupid. Here's a stroke of luck, though. If Dirk and Simeon should catch that pirate, there'll be good news for the squire. What's this then, shipmates? Where is he then?
Gone, sir.
Gone? What's that mean, gone?
We took off. Daniele.
Curse you for a pair of dunderheads! Which one of you two's gonna go along with this young lad here and... what do you say your name was, lad?
Jim Hawkins, sir.
To go along with young Hawkins here and tell the squire... Admiral, as how you let a buccaneer slip through your fingers. Oh. Come now. Duty is duty, mates. All hands aboard by 4 this afternoon was the Admiral's orders, and by thunder. Long John Hill was not the man to stand by and see his Admiral's orders disobeyed. Look lively, lads!
They all sail with us, Mr. Silver.
Every last man, jack of them.
Can they all be trusted?
Hear that, shipmates? Cabin boys are wondering whether some of you might be scallywags. What do you say to that, lads? Go along with you, lads. I'm proud of each and every one of you. They're as honest as an anchor chain is, Long Hawkins. But they ain't got all that much up in the crow's nest, none of them. No. And neither ain't Long John neither. Not of that there pirates anything to go by. Oh, what did you say his name was, lad?
Black Dog, sir.
Aye, here he is, sitting in my house, drinking in my rum. And here's me lets him get clean away before me blessed deadlights. Shiver me timbers. I clean forgot his score.
Is what, Mr. Silver?
3 goes of rum, lad. I know you let him drink my rum, he hasn't even paid for it. Why, what a precious old sea calf I am. You and me ought to get a well, Hawkins, for I'll stake my daily. It's me who should be rated cabin boy.
Do you want me to come with you, Mr. Silver, and help you carry your things?
No. No. All aboard already, lad. But you may come alongside me if you please, and accompany aboard the most important member of the crew.
Who's that, then?
Why, Captain Flint, of course.
Captain Flint!
Here's Captain Flint. I calls him that after the famous buccaneer. Happen you've heard of him, lad?
Yes, sir.
Pieces of 8! Pieces of 8!
Here's Captain Flint predicting success to our voyage, ain't you, Captain? Well, step lively, young Hawkins. 'Tis high time you and I was getting the feeling of a debt beneath our feet.
Pieces of 8! Pieces of 8!
You can talk about your harbour gals, like up in the corner, Sally.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away for Rosie. Away, haul away, we'll haul away for Rosie, oh.
There's none can push a jug like the gals from Dogleg Alley.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away for Rosie. Away, haul away, we'll haul away for Rosie, oh.
I met a little Bristol gal a-walking by the river.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away for Rosie. Away, haul away, we'll haul away for Rosie, oh.
And every bloomin' step she took, she made her topsails quiver.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away for Rosie. Away, haul away, we'll haul away for Rosie, oh.
I clued up me courses and said how I are you, my darling?
Away, all away, we'll all away for Rosie. We'll all away for Rosie, oh.
She says I'm none the better, my lad, for seeing you this morning.
Away, all away, we'll all away for Rosie. Away, we'll all away for Rosie, oh.
Well, haul away together, me boys, she surely will surrender.
Away, all away, we'll all away for Rosie. Away, we'll all away for Rosie, oh.
Well, haul away together, me boys, we'll bust or break or bend her.
Away, all away, we'll all away for Rosie. Away, all away, we'll all away for Rosie, oh.
Tip the stave, Long John.
The old one.
Aye, aye, mates.
Men on a dead man's chest.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Drink and the devil had done for the rest.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Not one man of the crew alive. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Has put to sea with 75. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. We bagged them all in a mainsail tight. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Heave them over and out of sight. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Just one more heave and fare you well. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. 10 fathoms deep on the road to hell. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Here's to old execution dock. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Where the pretty girls do flock. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
See you at home, Mr. Sill. We're putting out to sea.
Aye, that we are, young Hawkins. Running free right cheerily. Putting out old canvas and laying costs for fame, fortune, and Treasure Island. Ha ha ha.
15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil had done for the rest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Captain Smollett. All well, I hope. All shipshape and seaworthy.
I'll speak plainly, sir, in the risk of offence. I don't like this voyage. I don't like the men, and I don't like my officers. That's the short and sweet.
Possibly, sir. You may not like your employer, either.
Stay a bit, stay a bit. The captain has either said too much or he said too little, and I'm bound to say I require an explanation of his words.
I was engaged, sir, on what they call sealed orders. So far, so good. But now I find that every man before the mast knows more than I do. And I don't call that fair now. Do you?
No, I don't.
Next I learn we're going off to treasure. I don't like treasure voyages on any account. And I don't like them, above all, when they are secrets. And when those secrets have been told to the entire ship's company, parrot included.
Silver's parrot?
I'll tell you what I have learned. That you, sir, have a map of an island. And that there are crosses on this map that show where the treasure is buried.
I never told that to a soul.
Well, the hands all know it, sir.
Lucy, that must be you or Hawkins.
Whoever it is, sir, there has been too much blabbing.
Blabbing?
Gent, are we still determined, sirs, to go on with this voyage?
Like iron, sir.
Hear me but a few words more. They put the arms and the powder in the forehold. I say, move it down here beneath the cabin.
What else?
You have some of your own men on board? Give them berth here, beside the cabin.
You fear a mutiny?
I'm asking you, sirs, to let me take certain precautions or resign my berth, and that is all.
I should have seen you to the juice, sir. Had Livesey not been here. As it is, I shall do as you desire, but I think the worse of you.
That is as you please, sir. But you will find that I do my duty.
Oh.
Trelawney, contrary to all my notions, I believe you have managed to get 2 honest men on board with you. That man and Long John Silver.
Silver, if you like. But as for that intolerable humbug, I declare I think his conduct unmanly, unsailorly, and downright un-English.
We'll see, Treacle. We'll see.
We'll get those sails up for the wind's blowing free. Way, hey, roll and go. We'll get those sails up and we'll drive her to sea. Rollicking randy dandy o. Heave a pawl and heave away. Way, hey, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's away. To me rollicking randy dandy o.
You two men!
Aye, Captain.
Look alive! Get yourself forward and start shifting the arms and the powder and stowing them here below.
The devil on it, Captain, can we go through that again? You want us two hands to tire our legs in fetching up the powder chest and stowing them aft when they're already down and batting forward? That doesn't sound to me, Captain, like we'd be using our heads at all.
The pair of you can set to and unbatten the forehold now, or you will feel the sense of a rope's end.
Well, don't just stand there gawking, lads. Do as the captain says. Start in on shifting the arms and powder aft.
You, ship's boy!
Yes, sir?
Go with a cook. Get him some pans to scrub, Mr. Silver.
Aye, aye, Captain.
There will be no favourites on my ship, boy.
No, sir.
Speak cheerily when you address as an officer.
Come up a little, Mr. Helmsman. Keep your luff. No nearer. How's her head?
South to westward.
On the top. Watch your bowsprit.
Steady is, sir. Hoist away handsomely! Hoist away handsomely! Here we go! Hey!
All on the bowling, homeward we are going. All on the bowling,
all on the bowling before she starts a rolling.
All on the bowling,
All on the bowling, the old man is growling.
all on the bowling,
All on the bowling so early in the morning.
all on the bowling, all on the bowling, to Bristol we are going. All on the bowling,
All on the bowling, Kitty is my darling.
all on the bowling,
All on the bowling, Kitty comes from Liverpool.
all on the bowling,
All on the bowling, it's a far cry to payday.
all on the bowling, all.
Pieces of eight! Why does he say that, Mr. Silver?
He learned his language when he sailed with Captain England. Well-known pirate. He's been at Madagascar and Malabar, Suriname, Providence, and Portobello. He's 200 years old, Argles. But lives forever, mostly. And if anyone's seen more wickedness, must be the devil himself.
I wonder why you keep him, Mr. Silver, if he's seen that much evil.
I hangs on to him, lad, because he's the only family I've got in a manner of speaking. And for old time's sake to boot, we've had some times together, me and Captain Flynn.
Pieces of eight!
He's seen more sights than any living seaman. But his most exciting voyage is yet to come, young Hawkins. And so's mine. Would you like to fetch them tatties, lad, and bring them down to the galley and see about some supper?
I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands away. I dreamed I saw my young true love.
Lowlands, lowlands away, my John.
He stood so still, he did not move.
Lowlands away.
I'm drowned in the lowland seas, he said.
Lowlands, lowlands away, my John.
And you and I will ne'er be wed.
Lowlands away.
What do you say to them now, Captain? Admit it, man, there's not a better set of fellows to be found. No, nor a better vessel neither.
Some of them are brisk enough, to the ship, Mr. Trelawney, I'll admit. She lies a point nearer to the wind than a man can expect of his own married wife, sir. But all I'll say is, we're not home yet.
A trifle more of that man, Doctor, and I shall explode! Boy! You boy! Fetch me up an apple from the barrel in the forecastle. Jump to it now!
Aye, aye, sir.
Explode, sir! Like a deck cannon!
My name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed, oh my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, and God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did as I sailed. My father taught me well to shun the gates of hell, but against him I rebel as I sailed. He put a Bible in my hand, but I left it in the sand as I pulled away from land as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed, oh my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, and God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did as I sailed. I murdered William Moore, and I left him in his gore, not 20 leagues from shore as I sailed. And being crueler still, his gunner I did kill, and his precious blood did spill as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed, oh my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, and God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did as I sailed.
So you were telling me how you used to be captain of a pirate ship?
Flint was captain, lad. I was quartermaster. Same broadside I lost my leg, old Pew lost his deadlights. 'Twas a master surgeon as amputated me. Spoke Latin by the bucket. Much good it did him, though, for he was hanged like a dog and sun-dried like the rest. That was on Flint's old ship, the Walrus.
Didn't seem like much use then, pirating. After all.
Take much use for fools, and you may later that. Gentlemen of fortune live rough and risk sweeting, late and drink like fighting cocks. And that you could do the same. You're as smart as paint, lad. I could see that the first time I set eyes on you.
You listen to Long John now, lad, because he talks good sense.
Aye, that he does. Well, I tell you now, I didn't have a quarter like this job till having this talk with you, John. But there's my hand on it.
And a brave lad you are. We'll drink to it too. Dick Square.
Dick's no fool. Well, look here, John. How long are you standing off here like blessed phone boats? Aye, Israel's right. Where's the right to know?
Close is right, John. You haven't a leg to stand on. Begging your pardon, sir. No disrespect intended. Present company accepted.
Of course you has, George Murray. And seeing as how Israel seems to be one jump ahead, perhaps as how he'll tell you what's what.
I'll tell you what is. It's what they've got and what we haven't. I want you to that cabin, I does. I want their wines and their pickles and that. And I've had enough of that there Captain Smollett too. He's hazed me long enough, by thunder.
Israel, your head ain't much account, nor ever was. But you're able to hear, I reckon. Leastways, your ears is big. Now here's what I say. You'll berth forward, and you'll live hard. And you'll speak soft, and you'll keep sober, till I gives the word. And you may later that, my son.
Now say no, now do I? I says when. That's what I says. I says when!
When? By the powers. Here's the first-rate seaman, Captain Smollett, sails the blessed ship for us. Here's this doctor and squire with a map and such. But what I says is this. Let them find the treasure and help us get it aboard. Then we'll see. If I was sure of half of you, I'd have Captain Smollett navigate us halfway home again before I struck.
Long John knows a trick or two.
Why? Well, sailors here, I should think.
Yeah, and Dick ain't no wee fool neither.
We can sail a course, aye, but who's the set one? But I'll finish with them on the island as soon as the blood's on board.
What are we to do?
There's the man for me. What would you think? Put him ashore like maroons. That would have been England's way. Or cut him down like that much pork. That would have been Flint's.
England was a lad and a half. But Flint,
what was what? I give my vote. Death. Aye. Wait is what I say. And when the time comes, why, let her rip. John! Your manner.
Boy, for sure you are. For up aloft, you're a whole man. Whereas down below, you're only a half.
Shut up! Only one thing I claim. Trelawney. I'll wring his calf's head off his body with these two hands. Dick, be a good lad. Fetch me an apple out of the barrel to wet me pipe like.
Barrel's empty, there ain't no apples.
It's no apple, John. Don't want to suck in on that milk. Out on the room. That's not empty. There's plenty in there. Reach inside, lad. You'll fetch something up, and you may later back.
Land! Land ho!
Land, John, did you hear? That's Treasure Island for certain sure.
I reckon it is, Dick.
There she lies, sir. 3 points off the starboard bow.
Treasure Island right enough, Israel.
Down helm, mister!
Couldn't be nowhere else in these waters.
Aye, aye, sir. Down helm.
This won't fit, John.
Partner up! 3 points to the wind. New course, south by west.
Aye, sir. Here's to ourselves and hold your love. Plenty of pirates and plenty of death.
Heave her up and away we'll go. Heave away, Santiano. Heave her up and away we'll go. All on the plains of Mexico. I thought I heard the old man say, heave away, Santiano. Just one more pull and then belay. All on the plains of Mexico. So heave her up and away we'll go. Heave away, Santiano. Heave her up and away we'll go. All on the plains of Mexico.
Aye, sir. South or west?
Now then, have any of you seen that land ahead?
Aye, aye, sir. I watered there once with a trader I was cook on.
The anchorage is on the south, behind the inlet, I fancy.
That it is, sir. Skeleton Island, they calls it. 'Twere a main place for pirates once. That hill to the north they calls Foremast Hill. And the big one with a cloud upon it they calls the Spyglass, sir. Asking your pardon.
Thank you, Mr. Silver.
Jim! That island were intended for a boy like you, Jim. 'Tis a rare place for a lad to get ashore on a no mistake. 'Tis a pleasant thing to be young and have 10 toes. And you may later that.
Dr. Livesey, sir!
What's afoot, Jim?
Get the squire and the captain down to the cabin. Make some pretence to send for me. I've some terrible news.
Hold on, lads!
Every inch of it!
Look! Mexico! All right?
Splice the main brace!
My lads! As every man has done his duty a low and aloft, there will be grog served this minute to drink to our health and our luck, which I think is mighty handsome of Squire Trelawney.
3 cheers for Squire Trelawney, lads.
Hip, hip! Hey!
Hip, hip!
Hey!
Hip, hip!
Hey!
My name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed, oh my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, and God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did as I sailed. To execution dock, lay my head upon the block, oh the law no more I'll mock, as I sailed. So take warning now by me, and shun bad company, or you'll end up just like me, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed, oh my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, and God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did as I sailed.
On my oath, sir, the damned scoundrels.
That Silver Captain, a remarkable man.
He looked remarkably well, kicking from a yardarm, sir. But that's all talk. I see 3 points, and with Squire Trelawney's permission, I will name them.
You are the captain, sir. It is for you to speak.
First point, we must go on. For if I give word to go about, there will be mutiny this instant. Second point, time is on our side, at least until the treasure is found. Third point, I take it we can count on your own men.
As upon myself, sir.
7 of us then, counting young Hawkins here. And I take it there'll be an honest man or 2 amongst the dogs.
And to think that they're Englishmen. Oh.
Here's what I propose. Allow them an afternoon ashore to stretch their legs.
I'd sooner stretch their necks, sir, on execution dock.
According to your map, sir, there is an old stockade on the island.
Here, beyond the creek, just before the swamp.
If we can ship provisions ashore unnoticed, while the crew are on the island, we might just be able to hold mutiny at bay from there, despite our few numbers.
Do you want me to come with you, sir, and help you load the boat?
No, lad. You will serve us better going ashore with the others.
It'll cause less suspicion that way, and you can keep your ears open, but stay clear of Silver.
Hawkins, I put prodigious faith in you.
I promise to do my best not to let you down, sir.
Right!
Boat crew stand by!
Boat crew stand by!
Set up a tackle for me!
Aye, sir! Tackle for me!
Take a turn on the foremast!
Right, and the foremast!
Prepare to lower away!
Sir! 15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil had done for the rest. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. But one man of the crew alive. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum has put to sea with 75. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. We wrapped them all in a mainsail tight. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Heaved them over and out of sight. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. So it's one more heave and fare you well. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. 10 fathoms deep on the road to hell. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Here's to old execution dock. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Where the pretty girls do flock. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. 15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil had done for the rest. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
Go to it, lads. Do your duty cheerily. You know what's needed. Jim? Jim Hawkins! Jim! Mr. Hunter, you didn't happen to see which way that cabin boy took himself off?
How the cabin boy spends his shore leave is no matter of mine, Mr. Silver.
I reckon you're right at that. All our business is our own. But there is one thing as does concern us both. If I might crave your indulgence, heave to and walk a stretch alongside me. It's to save your neck that I'm a-talking, Mr. Hunter. And if any of the wild uns knew it, where would I be? Now tell me, Mr. Hunter, where would I be?
Mr. Silver, we've much in common. I've served King George with the colours like you've served before the mast. Both in service, so to speak. I can't believe that a fellow like yourself would let himself be led astray by a bunch of rogues. Not you, sir. What manner of cry was that?
That? Well, I reckon that'll be the demise of Alan.
God rest his soul for being an honest man. And as for you, John Silver, I spoke false when I said we had much in common. Stand aside, sir, and let me to the boat to serve my master.
You're a brave man, Mr. Hunter. And I'd a mind to see you on my side. But you never did learn one end from t'other of a seaman's knife. You've lived and died, a landlubber.
Mr.
here, Jim. Take no fit sight for a young man to see a man's life oozing out of him. Get word to the squire. Tell him I served him as best as I was able. Quickly now. Smartly does it. Turn to the left. Break away in soldier-like fashion. Left. Eye.
Dr. Lucy! Squire Trelawney, Manor, sir! Dr. Lucy, Squire!
Gentlemen, there will now be an interval of 15 minutes. 15 minutes, thank you.
David Livesey, ship's doctor. Abraham Gray, carpenter's mate. John Trelawney, ship's owner. Richard Joyce and Tom Redruth and I. Alexander Smollett, ship's master. Being all that is left faithful of this ship's company, came ashore this day and flew British colours. Of the other faithful crew members who stood with us, Samuel Hunter, owner's servant, and James Hawkins, cabin boy. There's been neither sight nor sound, and sadly, we begin to fear. Blaze away, my lads! You've little enough powder already.
That one was closer than the last!
I know the next one will be closer still. Each her hand was Flint's gunner!
Captain Smollett, this stockade is quite invisible from the ship. Can only be the flag they're aiming at. Would it not be wiser to take it down?
Strike my colours! No, sir, not I.
Beg pardon, sir. I think the enemy's coming.
Take careful aim. Make every shot tell. Let's not waste our powder.
They're running, sir!
Winged one, I'm sure!
By heavens, we've done it! We've beaten them, by George! The cowardly scum are taking to their heels! Well done, then!
I doubt congratulations are in order yet, squire. Tis but temporary repulse. They'll be back. Make no mistake on that, sirs.
They're coming now. I've got one coming through the trees. Hold your fire, Joyce, in heaven's name. It's young Hawkins, sir, the cabin boy.
Dr. Squire, Captain!
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Let him in.
Well done, young Hawkins.
I crept through the ranks as they fell back.
'Tis good to see thee alive.
We aren't going, Doctor. Oh, Tom, my man. You're going home.
I'd like one more look at him first, Squire.
Tom, it was me that brought you out here. Say you forgive me.
That wouldn't be respectful like, sir, would it? From me to you.
Don't you take on, sir. All's well with him. No fear for a hand that's been shot down in duty to owner, ship and flag. It might be good definitive, but it's a fact.
Flag of truce approaching, Squire. Silver himself.
Who goes? Stand or we fire!
Captain Silver, sir. To come aboard and make terms.
Captain Silver. Don't know him. Who is he?
Me, sir. Them poor lads chose me captain after your desertion, sir?
My man, I've not the slightest desire to talk to you, but if you wish to talk to me, you may come in, but only you.
That's enough, Captain. I know a gentleman, and you may lay to that. Well, well, a sweet, pretty place you have here. There's Jim. Top of the morning to you, Jim. Here you all are, like a happy family. In a manner of speaking. And you're gonna ask me to sit down?
Silver, you're either my ship's cook, and then you were treated handsomely, or a Captain Silver, a common mutineer and pirate, and then you can go hang, sir. And that's all I have to say to you.
Easy now, Captain. Lay off a while. We wants the treasure, and we'll have it. That's our part. You'd as soon save your skins, I reckon, and that's yours.
I'd rather you came to the point, Silver, than shilly-shallied and tacked around it.
Well, here it is then. You give us that treasure map. We'll divide stores with you, man for man, and I give you my happy Davy to speak with the first ship I sight and send them here to pick you up. Handsomer you couldn't hope to get.
Is that all?
Every last word, by thunder. Refuse that, and you see the last of me but musket balls.
Now you hear me. You come up, one by one unarmed. I'll engage to clap you in irons and take you home to a fair trial in England.
And if we won't?
Then I'll see you all to Davy Jones. You can't find the treasure. You can't sail the ship. I stand here and tell you so. And that's the last good word you hear from me, sir. For in the name of heaven, I will put a bullet in your back the next time I meet you. Now tramp, my lad!
Give me a hand up.
Not I.
Ah. That's what I think he. Them's as dies will be the lucky ones.
Carters! Mr. Trelawney, sir, I'm surprised at you. Doctor, I thought you'd won the King's coat. If that's how you behaved at Fontenoy, sir, then you'd be better in your berth. My lads, it won't be long, I reckon, before we're boarded. We're outnumbered, I needn't tell you that. But I've no matter of a doubt that we could drug them if we choose.
Permission to speak, sir.
Yes, Joyce, what is it?
If you please, sir, if I see anyone, am I to fire?
I told you so!
Thank you, sir.
Did you hit your man?
No, sir, I believe not, sir.
Next best thing to tell the truth, Hawkins, load his gun for him.
Here they come again, sir!
All hands! All hands!
Draw cutlasses, lads! Let's see how they like the taste of steel!
told me, way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe, that if I did not kiss the girls, my lips would soon grow moldy. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe, way haul away, the good ship is a-going. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe, way haul away, the sheet is now a-flowing. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. First I had a Spanish girl, but she got fat and lazy.
Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Now I got a Yankee girl, she damn near drives me crazy.
Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Way, haul away, we'll haul and hang together. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Way, haul away, we'll sail for better weather. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Way, haul away.
Way, haul away.
Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Doctor? Dr. Livesey? Squash Ronnie, is anyone there? Steady, Jim Hawkins. Best to keep quiet and let them look for you. If you've lost your friends, at least your enemies can't find you. Still place to hide. Who are you?
Ben Gunn. I'm poor Ben Gunn, I am, as ain't spoken with a Christian soul these 3 years past.
Were you shipwrecked?
Nay, mate, marooned. I lived on fish and berries and oysters. But my heart's crying out for a Christian diet. What sort of Christian diet, says you? Cheese! Says I. You wouldn't have to have a bit put by you.
If I had, I'd give it to you willingly.
What do you call yourself, mate?
Jim Hawkins.
Jim. Huh. Well now, Jim, I've lived that rough you'd be ashamed to hear. You wouldn't think that I had a pious mother to look at me.
I know, none in particular.
Well, but I had. Remarkable pious. And I was a civil pious boy and could rattle off my catechism so fast you couldn't tell one word from another. But it weren't Providence that put me here. I'm rich. Rich. I'll make a man of you, Jim. You'll bless your stars you was the first to find me. Now, tell me true, that ain't Flint's ship, is it? Out there in the bay?
Squire Trelawney's vessel, but there's some of Flint's on hands aboard. Worse luck for us.
Not a man with one leg.
Long John Silver.
That were his name. Tell me you ain't with Long John. If you was sent by him, I'm pork, oink oink, and I knows that.
Why, he's my worst enemy. We hold Flint's treasure map, the pirates hold the ship. I was thinking I'd row out there and see how many men have been left to guard it.
But the boat's too big for you to handle, says you. Either that, or the lad's too small to handle the boat, says I. Well, you're all in a pickle, ain't ya? This squire of yours, would he be a liberal-minded man with regard to sharing out this treasure? I mean, if he ever happened to find it.
I'm sure he would.
And a passage home?
Squire's a gentleman.
Then harkee, Jim. I were on Flint's ship when he buried the treasure. Him and 6 strong seamen went ashore, but only Flint came back. And the 6 sailormen, dead and buried. How he did it, or where he hid that treasure, not a man on board could make out. But done it he did, Jim. Billy Bones was the mate. Silver was a quartermaster. Then, 3 years ago, I was on another ship. And we sighted this island. And I said, lads! This is where Flint's treasure's buried. Let's land and find it. So we did. 12 days we looked for it. And every day they had a worse word for me. And then one morning, they left me high and dry. As for you, Benjamin Gunn, says they, here's a musket and a spade. You stay and find Flint's treasure for yourself. But now, you look here. Look, do I look like a man before the mast? No, says you. And nor I weren't neither, says I. Them's the words. You tell your squire that, Jim. Nor he weren't neither. 3 years he were the man of this island. Light and dark, fair and rain. And most of his time was taken up with another matter. Then you give your squire a nip, like I do you.
I don't understand one word you just said.
Neither you do, says you. And perhaps you weren't supposed to neither, says I. 3 years and not a bite of Christian diet, Jim. Not a sliver of cheese! From that day to this, you sure you haven't got some stowed away in the corner pocket?
Ben, if I and my friends ever get to sea again, you will have cheese by the stone.
You tell your squire the words I said to you, Jim, and you'll not only get to sea, you'll go home richer than you came ashore. Now, if it happens to suit you, I'll show you a boat that is not too big for you to row, nor you too small to handle Ben Gunn's boat, what he made with his own 2 hands.
Where'd you keep her?
Under the trees, where I killed my first goat. They don't come down here no more. They're all mast-headed up in their mountains for fear of Benjamin Gunn. And look over there, lad. There's the Setimary.
Do you mean the cemetery?
That's right, the Setimary. You see them mounds? I comes here and prays every now and then when I think the Sunday's about due. It ain't quite a chapel, but it seemed more solemn-like. But then, says you, Ben Gunn was short-handed. No chaplain, no Bible, no flag, says you. And no cheese either, says I. Not a blessed morsel. Come on, lad, follow me.
Was you ever in Quebec, stowing timber on the deck, where you break your bleeding neck, riding on a donkey? Way, hey, and away we'll go, donkey riding, way, hey, and away we'll go, riding on a donkey. Was you ever off Cape Horn, where the weather's never warm? You wish to Christ you'd never been born, riding on a donkey. Way, hey, and away we'll go, donkey riding, way, hey, and away we'll go, riding on a donkey. Was you ever in Ballypoe, where the girls put on a show, wriggle their arse with a roll and go, riding on a donkey? Way, hey, and away we'll go, donkey riding, way, hey, and away we'll go, riding on a donkey. Was you ever down Mobile Bay, screwing cotton all the day, $1.50 is a white man's pay, riding on a donkey? Way, hey, and away we'll go, donkey riding, way, hey, and away we'll go, riding on a donkey. Was you ever in Fortune Bay, where the girls all shout, hooray! Here comes Johnny with his 6 months' pay, riding on a donkey? Way, hey, and away we'll go, donkey riding, way, hey, and away we'll go, riding on a donkey.
Heave to, O'Brien, your throat.
Listen, Willis. What like a noise was that?
Fence ghost. Tell the dice.
Here it is again.
Ship's timbers quickened. Throw the dice.
I throwed the dice. Will you look at them 2 little darlings? A pair of 6s.
I threw the dice. That's my throw. Those are my double 6. Your turn now.
I did hear something. Billy there. We're moving.
The amount of grog you've drunk. If you were standing on Gibraltar, you'd swear we were doing 15 knots. Sit down.
Me to throw.
You've already thrown 2 ones. I win, you lose. Hard luck, O'Brien. You owe me half your share of the treasure.
And how much did I lose to you this morning?
Another half share.
Another half share? Aye. Mary, mother of God, that's 2 half shares I've lost from you. If I lose many more of them, I'll have nothing left at all. Nobody does Paddy O'Brien out of his share of Flint's treasure. Not before he's got his hands on it.
They ain't no more use to you than a fish's tick to swab. It ain't loaded.
My love lies drowned in the lowland seas. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John, and never more shall I him please. Lowlands away. I'll never kiss you more, he said.
Lowlands, lowlands.
lie with you, for I am dead.
Lowlands away.
I'll cut away my bonny hair.
Lowlands, lowlands away, my John.
No other man shall think me fair.
Lowlands away.
Come aboard, Mr. Hands.
Where do you come from?
I'm taking possession of the ship. I've cut her anchor cable. She's free and drifting. And you regard me as your captain until further notice.
Ah, well, I know. Well then, Captain Argles, I suppose you'll be wanting to get her into shore then.
That's my intention.
Do you now? And how do you intend to do that? On your own? Tell you what. You nip below decks. Get me a bottle of brandy and an old scarf or a neckerchief to bind the wound. I'll help you sail our ship into shore.
I'm not going back to Captain Kidd's anchorage. I mean to get her into the North Inlet and beach her there.
North Inlet, you say? Well, I'd sail her clean to Execution Dock, so I would. I've got no choice. Only, unless you give me that bottle of brandy and sharpish like, I'm likely to faint clean away. And that wouldn't do either of us any good. Now, would it? This is an unlucky ship. A pair of men have died on account of this here Hispaniola boy. Now, I'm no scholar. But you're a lad who I reckon can read and write. Do I take it that dead men are dead for good? Or do you believe that they can live again?
Kill the body, Mr. Hands, but not the spirit. O'Brien is there in another world and may be watching us.
Spirits don't count for much from what I've seen. Dead men don't bite. Amen. So be it. You just follow my orders, Captain Hawkins, and we'll sail a slap in and be done with it. Now, look there. There's a pet bit to beach a ship in. Fine flat sand. Trees all around, near a cat's paw.
And once beached, how do you intend to get her off again?
Oh, that's dead easy. For a master man. Now stand by, boy. We're coming to the bit. I'll have your heart out, lad!
One more move, Mr. Hands, and I'll blow your brains out.
It ain't loaded, sonny. It ain't no more use to you than our fishes.
I wish I was the skipper on board a man o' war. Tom's gone away on board a man o' war. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, I say. Tom's gone away on board a man o' war.
I wish I was the bosun on board a man of war.
Tom's gone away on board a man o' war. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, I say. Tom's gone away on board a man o' war.
I wish I was the gunner on board a man of war.
Tom's gone away on board a man o' war. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, I say. Tom's gone away on board a man o' war.
You'll never be a hero on board a man of war.
Tom's gone away on board a man o' war. No, you'll never be a hero on board a man o' war. Tom's gone away on board a man o' war. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, I say. Tom's gone away on board a man o' war. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, I say. Tom's gone away on board a man o' war.
Doctor? Squire? Captain Smollett?
Pieces of eight! Pieces of eight!
Fetch her like Dick. So, here's Jim Hawkins.
Jimmy Timbers. Dropped in like, eh? Well, I take that friendly. I always wanted you to join with us and take your share and die a gentleman. And now, my young cock, you've no choice. What do you say, lad?
If I'm to decide, I declare I have the right to know why you're here and where my friends are.
You has to answer, have your gizzard slit, boy.
I goes along with that, Tom Morgan. You goes along with what I says. And what I says is hold your peace. Dr. Livesey comes to us yesterday under a flag of truce. Captain Silver says we were ready to parley. And that we did, him and me. And here we are. Stores, blockhouse, firewood, the whole blessed boat. As for them, they've trapped. I don't know where.
But why would they give up the stockade? And how could they go off that?
You? Ha! As for that boy, says the doctor, I don't know where he is, confound him, says he. No, I don't much care neither. We're about sick of him. Those was his words. So you can't go back to y'all, for they won't have you. And without you start a third ship's company, all by yourself, which might be lonely like, you'll have to join with Captain Silver.
And now I'm to decide?
And now you're to decide, and you may later that.
There's a thing or two I have to tell you, and the first is this. Here you are in a bad way. Ship lost, treasure lost, men lost. And if you want to know who did it, I did. I was in the upper bow that night Lamb was sighted, and I heard every word. And as for the ship, it was I who cut her anchor cable, and it was I who killed Israel Hands, and it was I who moved her when none of you will see her again. Not one of you.
And I lay another to that. 'Twere him that knew Black Dog.
Ah, you're right, Tom.
And I'll lay another by thunder. 'Twas this same lad what took the chart from Billy Bones.
Oh, by the powers, that be true too.
First and last, we've been hazed by young Jim Hawkins.
Kill me if you please, or spare me. But if you do spare me, bygones are bygones. And when you fellows are in court for piracy, I'll save you all I can.
Then here goes.
Avast there! Maybe you thought you was captain here, Tom Morgan. But I'll teach you better.
I'll be hanged if I be hazed by you, John Silver.
There's never a man look me between the eyes and live to see a good day afterwards, Tom Morgan. And you may later that. Take up a cutlass, him that dares. And I'll see the colours inside, crutch or no. I'm coming in because I'm the best man by a long sea mile. You won't fight like gentlemen of fortune should, then by thunder you'll obey. I like this boy. He's more a man than any pair of rats like you. And what I says is this. Let me see him that lay a finger on this land. That's what I say. You seem to have a lot to say. Pipe up and let me hear it, or lay to.
This crew has rights like any other crew. And I'll ask your pardon, Captain Silver, acknowledging you to be captain at this time present. For I claimed my right, and ask you to let us step topside, while we has counsel.
Forecastle counsel.
'Tis no more than our right, John.
Whatever these lads want, I counsel you as then. Jim. Now look you here, Jim Hawkins. You're within half a plank of death. But I means to stand by you. I didn't mean to, no. Not till you spoke up. Then I seen you as the right sort. I says to myself, you stand by Hawkins, John, and Hawkins will stand by you. You're his last card about the living thunder, John, he's yours. You save your witness, and he'll save your neck.
What I can, Mr. Silver, that I'll do.
Ah, it's a bargain, lad. Back to back, you and me, and we'll haze him yet. Cheer up, Jim. We ain't beat. Step up, lad. I won't eat you. Ah, the black spot. I thought as much. Where might you have got the paper? You can't haul this out of a Bible. What fool's cut a Bible?
Told you no good had come of that. To Dick.
Dick, was it? Well, then Dick can say his prayers, and you may later that.
Well, ain't that talk, John Silver? Crew's dipped you in the black spot. Just you turn it over and see what's wrote there.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. You always was brisk for business and had the rules by heart. Ah, deposed. Ah, that's it, is it, lads? Joined up writing, too. You're under right, Tom Morgan? Why? You was getting quite a leading man in this crew. You'll be captain next, I shouldn't wonder.
You're all talk, John Silver, but talking's done. Aye. First, you made ash of this here cruise. Second, you let the enemy out of this here trap for nothing. Aye. And third, you wouldn't let us go at them on the march.
Is that all?
And fourth, there's this here boy. Aye. We're all swing for your bungling.
Aye. I'm with you there. It looks mighty like a hornpipe on a rope's end at execution dock, so it does. You've seen him, maybe, hanging in chains. The birds about him. Seamen pointing them out as they go down with the tide. Who's that, says one. That? Why, that's John Silver. I know him well, says t'other. And you could hear the chains a-jangling. My bungling, was it? You all know what I wanted. And if that had been done, we'd have been aboard the Hispaniola now, with the treasure in the hold and halfway back to Bristol by thunder. But who was it forced my hand? Why, you, George Merry. And you, Tom Morgan. And as for this boy, why, shiver me timbers, are we gonna waste a hostage? He might be our last chance. And as for why, I made a bargain. Look you there. For that. That's why I made a bargain.
It's a map! It's Flint's map!
It's Flint's treasure map!
Aye. Aye. It's the map, all right. There's Flint's mark, with a score with a clovage to it.
Ship's doctors, come on board!
Top of the morning to you, Doctor. All outside lads for sick paraders wants it. All your patients doing well, Doctor. All good and merry.
Good. Since I'm a mutineer's doctor, or a prison's doctor as I prefer to call it, I make it a point of honour never to lose a man for King George, God bless him, or the gallows.
We've got a little surprise for you, Doctor. A new boarder and lodger.
Not Jim.
Ah, the very same Jim as ever was.
Well, well. But let us overhaul these patients first. You're doing well, my friend. You must have a head as hard as iron. I'll warrant, though, your neck will have a little more give to it when the time is ripe. Well, George, how goes it? You're a pretty colour, certainly. I'll bet your liver is upside down. Not Dick, is it? What's wrong with you then, lad?
Don't feel well, sir.
Show us your tongue then, lad. Ah, I don't wonder you don't feel well. That's fit to frighten the French, is that? Another case of fever.
That's what comes of spoiling Bibles.
That comes of being arrant asses and not knowing honest air from poison, or dry land from a vile pestiferous slough. You were camping in a bog out there, you dunderheads. That's done for today, and now I wish to speak with a boy, in private.
No. Jim, you give me your word of honour as a young gentleman not to slip your cable,
My word of honour.
and you step across over there.
Go, lad. No monkey business.
Jim, what happened to you, lad? We were sure you were dead.
Too much to tell, sir, but I managed to get the ship.
Was it you that moved her?
She's lying in the North Inlet. Well, why did you give them the map?
Oh, trust my word, lad. We had our reasons. Look, I can't leave you here. When I give the nod, we'll run for it.
No, Doctor. You know right well you wouldn't do the thing yourself. If Mr. Silver here hadn't stood by me, sir, I'd be dead. I gave my word.
Every step, it's you that saves our lives. Do you suppose I'm about to let you lose yours? You rescued the ship. It was even you that found Ben Gunn.
You've seen Ben Gunn, sir?
He's done us an inestimable service, Jim. I've even been able to satisfy one of his cravings.
Not cheese, Doctor.
A piece of parmesan I keep in my snuff box. Speaking of cheese, lad, the rats are hovering. Silver, I'll give you a piece of advice. Don't be in any hurry after that treasure.
Begging your pardon, Doctor, but the only way I can save my life and the boys is in seeking after Flint's gold, and you may lay at that.
Better so, I'll go one step further. Look out for the squalls when you find it. Keep the boy close beside you, and when you need help, holler. If we both get out of this wolf trap, I'll do my best to save your neck, short of perjury.
You couldn't say more, sir, I'm sure. Not if you was my own mother.
Take care, Jim.
Bye, Doctor.
That's his last talk, I guess, with them he loves so dear. I wrote him. Once we've got the help and treasure both. We'll talk Mr. Hawkins over, we will. And we'll give him his share, too, for all his kindness. North and or northeast. Tall tree. Spyglass shoulder. Lead on, Joe Anderson. We'll find that treasure.
Fare thee well, me Juliana.
Shallow, shallow ground.
Fare thee well, me Juliana.
Shallow, shallow
ground. And it's shallow in the morning.
Shallow, shallow ground.
Just as the day is dawning.
Shallow, shallow
ground. I am signed on for a sailor.
Shallow, shallow ground.
And I'm shipped aboard a whaler.
Shallow, shallow
ground. Yes, our packet leaves tomorrow.
Shallow, shallow ground.
And it fills me heart with sorrow.
Shallow, shallow
ground. Oh, my wife and baby grieve me.
Shallow, shallow ground.
It just breaks me heart to leave ye.
Shallow, shallow ground.
Love you well, me Juliana. Shallow, shallow ground. Love you well, me Juliana. Shallow, shallow ground.
There's the tip-top point of Skeleton Island, sticking out like a rotten tooth. Spread yourselves, lads, and skin your deadlights. We're on the right track. There's a pointer somewheres hereabouts.
Well, he were a seaman right enough, as this is good seaman cloth.
He were a seaman right enough, Tom Morgan. This is one of Flint's jokes. Him and them six were alone up here. He killed them every man. And this one he hauled over here and hung up as a pointer. They're long bones. And the hair's been yellow. You mind Allardyce, Tom Morgan?
I mind Allardyce. He owes me 9.3 farthings.
Great guns. But if Flint was living, this would be a hot spot for you and me. Flint's den go below. But if ever spirit walked, it would be Flint's. Dear heart, he died bad, did Flint?
Aye, that he did. How he raged, and how he honoured for the rum,
Aye.
and how he sang. 15 memories only sung. I tell you, I'd never like to hear it since.
Stow that talk. He's dead and he don't walk, that I know. And you may lay to that.
15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
It's Flint! Flint's spirit back from the grave!
Tommy McGraw, Tommy McGraw, Tommy McGraw.
Those were his last words. His last words above board.
Shipmates, shipmates, I'm here to get that gold. And I'll not be beat by man nor devil. I never was afraid of Flint in his life. By the powers, I'll face him dead.
Don't you go crossing no spirits, John Silver.
Spirit? Maybe it was. But there's one thing not clear to me. There was an echo. Now, no man ever seen a spirit with a shadow. Why then? What's he doing with an echo? John has a head on his shoulders, lads. There's a human voice. I'll lay to that. And even if it weren't, a spoiled Bible won't do no good. If it ain't no good to swear by, what do you suppose a spirit would give for it? Ah, belay there, lads. Enough of folks'll talking spirits. Down there's Flint's gold. 700,000 jolly dollars. Dig, lads! Dig!
Oh my...
This has been dug afore, and not too long since. There's nothing there.
Sat in an empty chest.
Someone's been here before us.
We've been diddles, lads.
1 2 guinea piece. That's your 700,000, John Silver. You're the man for bargains, ain't you? You're him who never bungled nothing, you wooden-headed lover.
Dig away, boys. You'll find some pig nuts, I shouldn't wonder.
Pig nuts! Look at his face, lads. He knew this all the way along. I reckon Tom's right, lads. I reckons he did.
I'm warning you. First one crosses my bow, I'll blow his head off.
Who's with me, lads? I'm right behind you, Tom Morgan.
There's this here cripple what bought us here, and this here boy, who I means to have the art of. Who's with me?
Son of a captain, are you, Tom Morgan? You're a pushing lad, to be sure.
Now, lads!
Let them go, lads! Plenty of time to round them up. They don't come back grovelling for mercy first.
Tom Morgan, you're done with pushing, I reckons. Thank you kindly, Doctor. You got her in the nick for me and Hawkins. So, it was you, Ben Gunn, as aced us. You're a nice one, to be sure.
I'm Ben Gunn, I am. And how do, Mr. Silver, says I. Very well, thank ye, says you.
It was you as had the treasure too, I fancy.
Indeed it was, says I. 2 years in the finding and a year in the moving. Where to, says you? Why, says I, to a cave on the other side of the island.
And if Jim will lead us out to where he beached the ship, we'll start to load the treasure aboard tomorrow.
John Silver, you are a prodigious villain and impostor, sir. A monstrous impostor. I am told I am not to prosecute you. Well, then I will not. But the dead men are hung about your neck like millstones, sir. Like millstones!
Thank you kindly, sir.
I dare you to thank me. Stand back. I'll not hear another word from your mutinous mouth.
Pieces of eight! Pieces of eight!
And the same goes, sir, for your confounded parrots! Ah!
Oh, the rain, it rains all day long. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley, and the northern wind, it blows so strong. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh.
Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley.
Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh.
Bold Riley, oh, has gone away.
Well, come on, Mary, don't look glum.
Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley.
Come White Stocking Day, you'll be drinking rum.
Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away.
Well, top of the morning to you, young Hawkins.
Look, Mr. Silver, someone's lowered the ship's boat.
You don't say. I stay with me sides, lad. If it weren't me,
Why?
there lies Tortuga, Jim. A nest of rogues, ne'er-do-wells and worse. But, as the good book says, Master Hawkins, let him as never slid a gizzard cast the first stone.
You're not going ashore?
That's fresh air, that is, lad. And there ain't nothing more precious than that in the entire world.
Does the squire know you're leaving?
Golden guineas and rare jewels come well down the list after God's good air, young Hawkins. After I wound up on execution dock, I may yet still see the inside of a jail. And for a sea-going, freedom-loving man like me, Jim, life in prison would be a sight worse than a quick drop on a rope's end. So, if you ain't gonna raise no loud objections, lad, 'tis high time I was dipping oars. Tas to me alone, Jim. Take no sort of place for a boy, Tortuga, ain't? But you'll be all right, I reckons. What with the doctor, squire, and captain and all, eh, lad? You'll be having fine times. Take no sort of place for a parrot, either. I was wondering, Mr. Hawkins, if you'd do me the honor of looking after Captain Flynn until the next time I sails through your waters.
Of course, Mr. Silver.
Ah, it's a bargain, lad. Now, what if you'd oblige me and hand me up that sack of provisions, as I've borrowed to tide me over the next couple of days?
Golden guineas?
Oh, shiver me timbers, I must have picked up one of the sacks of booty by mistake. I'll just use it to buy what victuals I need, eh? Put up with any aggravation caused.
Pieces of eight! Pieces of eight!
Aye, Captain. It's time to weigh anchor. Soon be daylight, Jim. If I don't go now, I won't go at all. You're a rare bright spark, Jim. And I wish you was my own. And a man can't say more than that.
Goodbye, Mr. Silver. Good luck. Godspeed.
He's gone then.
Aye, Doctor. And a sack of coins with him. I should have stopped him, I know, but...
Yes, a remarkable man. Truth be told, Jim, we should be pleased to be so cheaply quit of him. Well, we'll get a few good hands aboard later, and God willing, the Hispaniola will make all speed home for Bristol.
5 men only of those who sailed with her shall return.
Aye, lad. Drink and the devil have done for the rest with a vengeance.
What do you suppose will become of him, sir?
Silver? Oh, I dare say he'll drop anchor in some comfortable berth and there see out his days. It is to be hoped so, I suppose, for his chances of finding comfort in the next world are very small.
Yes, sir.
Well, adventure is behind us. Old England calls us home. You left a boy, and you return a man. But who knows, Jim? We may see Treasure Island again someday.
No, Doctor. Oxen and Wayropes cannot bring me back to that of Herschel. Whatever remains, I'll let it lie with the bones of the dead.
Come now, Jim. Don't be sad. Dawn is full upon us and a new day rises. Let's be low and take breakfast. Come.
Ah! Pieces of eight! Pieces of eight! Ah!
day that our sails they are set. Away for Rio, the girls we are leaving we'll never forget.
We are bound for the Rio Grande, then away, bullies away. Away for Rio, so fare thee well, my bonny young girl. We are bound for the Rio Grande.
So it's pack up your sea chest and get underway.
Away for Rio,
the girls we are leaving can have a half pay.
we are bound for the Rio Grande, then away, bullies away. Away for Rio, so fare thee well, my bonny young girl. We are bound for the Rio Grande.
Our ship went a-sailing out over the bar.
Away for Rio,
We pointed her bow to the southern star.
we are bound for the Rio Grande, then away, bullies away. Away for Rio, so fare thee well, my bonny young girl. We are bound for the Rio Grande.
We're a good Bristol ship with a good Bristol crew.
Away for Rio,
You can stick to the coast, but I'm damned if we do.
we are bound for the Rio Grande, then away, bullies away. Away for Rio, so fare thee well, my bonny young girl. We are bound for the Rio Grande. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, I say. Tom's gone away on board a man of war.
I wish I was the bosun on board a man of war.
Tom's gone away on board a man of war. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, I say. Tom's gone away on board a man of war.
I wish I was the gunner on board a man of war.
Tom's gone away on board a man of war. Pretty work, brave boys, pretty work, I say. Tom's gone away on board a man of war.
You'll never be a hero on board a man of war.
Tom's gone away on board a man of war. No, you'll never be a hero on board a man of war. Tom's gone away on board a man of war. Pretty work,